So, you want to get fit, all you need are 5 minutes. Here is a journal, here's some light. It's not the best setup, but it'll do. So this is actually my personal journal. I use it for writing things, but anyone that wants to learn fitness or have a general plan really just requires a piece of paper, or a couple pieces of paper here. So, got 5 minutes. What's the plan? Any beginner level. I don't care how you're built, how old you are. If you want to just generally be fit, here's a very simple framework for structuring that I would recommend. So, obviously, there's 7 days in a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Right? Now we need to decide what we're going to do on these days. So, there are 3 types of basic workout days that I like to think of. Right? So that's push, pull, and legs. And you need to determine where these are going to go. So say you're like level 1, you can do that 3 times. If you're level 2, you can do that 6 times, So, or basically you're doing push, pull, and legs each once or each twice throughout the week, and then resting 1 day. So, say Monday is push, Tuesday's pull, and Wednesday's legs. Push, you're working on chest and triceps, so you can think pushing, so bench press, push-ups, dips, literally just pushing motions. And you can always look up what's a push day workout. Pull, so this is pulling motions, so chin-ups, pull-ups, this is back and biceps, or your sort of 2 body parts you can think of. So curls, rows, pulling motions. And then legs, the 2 things that you need to know for legs that I think are most important are squat and deadlift. And you can do variations of these either with weights or without necessarily like big gym squat racks, All right, so those are the main 3. So you do push, pull, legs. This is sort of like lifting. Progressive overload means that you're going to add weight each time for your sets. So say you do 3 sets. Each time you're going to increase the weight during a workout for push, pull, or legs, which makes your muscles hypertrophy, and you get stronger, bigger muscles. Then this is sort of that strength building here. The other aspect is cardio. So say you want to get cardio in, I would just throw that in the other days of the week, and you can kind of move things around. But say you do this twice, then it's push, pull, legs, rest, or recovery, and then throw in cardio 3 times a week. 1, 2, 3. All right, so now you're running 3 times a week, biking 3 times a week, swimming 3 times a week, getting cardio in somehow. And I would just split these up throughout the day. And it depends on what your goals are. But you could run in the morning, do push in the afternoon. Or, sort of do variations of that throughout. That's cardio. And then the other thing is abs is what I call it, but it's really core. So finding times for abs and core, I would just do every day ideally for 15 minutes. That's honestly a lot too. You could do it for just a few minutes. And this is a very simple structure. So now you're pushing, pulling, hitting legs. You're getting cardio in a few times a week, and you're working on your core every day. And you can do this in a very short amount of time and make sure you hit everything in your week and reach your fitness goals. And then the only other thing, depending on your goals, if you're trying to get bigger, then you eat more food / calories than you're burning off. And if not, then you eat less food / calories than you're burning off. Enjoy.